Hey guys, how we doing? We alive?
Yes, we are.
Are we alive? Uncivilized is here. Intellects, we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to unpack right now. Like I said, we started this off. It wasn't even supposed to be political. But now, our president's giving us no fucking choice but to have to jump in a little bit on some of this shit. Now, when we left you guys, I think we're in the riot phase and like the looting and then the protesting, obviously. Now it's just protest.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of chilled out.
I don't know that I'd say it's chilled out, man. Portland and Seattle are still wilding out, man. The cops.
Really?
Oh, dude, yeah. I've been watching that stream. Fuck yeah, dude. Like 2 nights ago, they tear gassed the shit out of a huge crowd.
No. I'm talking about that's just protesting. I'm talking about the looting and all that shit has died down. Now it's just protesting that's happening. And the police are getting sick of it. So, yeah, they hit no motherfucking tear gas.
Which is illegal.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was watching something, and like all the old presidents, like Colin Powell, who's not an old president, but he even came out and said, the military isn't supposed to be used against its own people.
No.
Like when Trump called the military, I was like, what in the fuck is he doing? And obviously now with the defunding, they're talking about that of the police. Now Trump's making it sound like they're trying to do away with the police, which is not what they're talking about doing. It's just a disaster. But once again, I think George Floyd's funeral was today, correct?
Yeah.
The last one was today. Yes.
The last one was today. Where did they end that at, B?
Houston.
Houston, his home.
Mm-hmm.
So, that happened today. And obviously, rest in peace, Floyd again. And, now there's still, for the other countless people, Breonna Taylor.
I was going to say, yeah, man, he was just a catalyst. I mean, he's obviously much more than that. You know what I mean? But for the people that thought that the 4 officers getting any kind of justice, which, to be honest, they still haven't. The trial still has to happen. And I saw there was one picture that was a protester in Los Angeles, and sure enough, he had a sign that was like, if you think this is bad, wait till they find him not guilty.
Yeah.
And I was just like, God damn it, man. You're like, hey, first of all, the justice system is not swift, so they're going to drag this out for as long as they can. But if that shit happens and they find him not guilty or they acquit him,
yikes.
If you thought this was bad, that's the same thing we said last week. That shit's going to be
you remember they said he had pre-existing heart conditions. That's what one of the autopsies said. Then they said he had COVID-19. So they're trying to find a narrative to help get these cops off.
They always do. I mean, they always do. I mean, that is in part of the entire problem that people aren't realizing is that they can pass all this legislation. They can say all these nice things. They can put all these nice platitudes out to make people feel all warm and squishy inside. There are 2 things that matter: where their money goes, and in reality, real reform within the police. Police can no longer be trusted to police. Yeah. They're not doing it for each other. They make that very abundantly clear to the public and to each other, that they will take care of each other before they take care of us. And that's all well and good. Fuck them. That's whatever. That's how it's always been. But they need to change this, like internal affairs or anybody inspecting them. It needs to be a totally separate body that comes in and is like, oh, why did you have your knee on this guy's neck for 9 minutes?
Well,
you don't have a good answer? Cool. You're going to prison.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah. I think that's where the defunding of the police comes from. They're not talking about removing police from society. They're talking about restructuring it, taking the current police they have and reevaluating them and removing some of the ones that may have caused problems in the past and with tons of complaints and bringing new ones in and finding new ways to test these police officers' mentals before they are put in environments like this. You have complete nerds and dorks that have no concept of inner city urban life. So you give them a gun and you stick them in Watts. What you think they're gonna do? They have an itchy trigger finger. They're trying to live.
Well, they're scared. They're scared because they've never seen anything like that. And that's something that black folks have been saying for decades, which is, why don't you have people from that community policing that community? That does two things. People aren't going to fuck around when you know the cop. It's a matter of respect. There are always going to be assholes, but you know what I'm talking about. By and large, if you know the police and you respect the police, there's going to be much more respect between the people and the police. It's just common sense.
Yeah, especially if you grew up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, Zach, you coming with a fire.
Goddamn right. And just to be clear,
Zach fired up.
Hey, boy, I'm not even started. And just so you know, when we talk about defunding the police, for those of you listening, we're not talking about abolishing or getting rid of. What we're talking about is why the fuck do these police look like they're in Iraq right now? Why do they have fucking tanks and these fucking assault rifles and shit? Like, they got that shit out for people that were sitting in the street with signs, guys.
Yeah. Motherfuckers in flip-flops.
That's what we're talking about when we talk about demilitarization and defunding. This is fucking loony. This is loony. They're getting so much money out of every city's allotted budget, which is paid for by our tax dollars.
Yeah.
And we should start having more say in where that shit goes. And it's like, stop funding this never-ending war machine of police and the army, like the military. Stop it, dude. Trillions of dollars wasted.
I agree.
Yeah. I just left a protest Saturday, downtown Culver. And it was a lot of people. I posted the photos, all that kind of stuff. I would say for every black person, there was 100 white people. And I was like, man, this is a lot of white cats out there. I was like, shit, this is crazy. Like the other black people that were there looked at me. They were like, a lot of white people. I was like, yeah, man. And the white people were very like, hey, man, like I said, it was like, hey, I'm sorry about this, Somebody slipped a 20 in my pocket, like, we'll get you something to eat. I'm sorry.
Did you see the white people that were washing black people's feet, like asking for forgiveness?
Yeah. I was telling my buddy, I said, shit, you might want to go to a protest and go and get you some of this protest pussy. Because there's a lot of white bitches out there that's like, hey, man, I'm sorry, maybe I can suck your dick and do something. So if your brothers are like, I know it's quarantine, if your pussy game's lean right now, go to a protest. White bitches right now definitely thirsty, and they're trying to help a brother out. This one's for Floyd, even the blowjob. This one's for Floyd. Shit, this shit's getting real. Brian, you saw what I posted, man. Like niggas was trying to give me their cars. I was like, God damn, what the fuck? Like, and you're gonna start to see commercials already on Uber. It's like now, it's just American commercial shit, but now it's overly like like so many emails from companies, Black Lives Matter, which is good. But I was at the fried chicken spot, Honey Kettle, in Culver City. There was a 3-hour line outside because it came up as a black-owned business. So all the white people came out to support it. I watched a white girl come out with probably a 3-piece meal. She threw it in the trash, and the friend was like, damn. She's like, bitch, I'm a vegan. I was just trying to help them niggas out. I was like, okay, cool. So this shit's getting out of control.
She just came to support,
She just came to support. But I'll tell you what, that motherfucker made some money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big time money. So, I mean, shit, me and Brian might have to open up a goddamn spot. In
a chicken shack, man.
It's a chicken shack or some shit. Cause motherfuckers
you like hot dogs, the chicken and wieners.
Chicken and wieners.
You like hot dogs.
Chicken. Fried ass hot dogs.
You like hot dogs.
I'm Chicago. I love the goddamn good all beef. All beef goddamn Frank.
I know.
Brian, you posted something about Trump and the white guy they pushed. And remember I said last podcast, Zach, a lot of white people seeing white people getting beat up. They're like freaked out by that shit.
Yeah.
What did Trump say?
Yeah, a friend of mine stated that he's been at a lot of protests too. He said when the cops get too aggressive, they say front line, and all these white people get in front of them and line up and link up and take the brunt of everything right now. I was like, I don't believe that. He said, yes, it is. And he was like, shit, I wish I could bring them around everywhere I go.
I know. Front line.
Be like, front line. Every time I'm about to get my ass beat, just be like, front line.
When they pushed that older guy,
and
he cracked his head open.
Well, there's been actually 2 really bad videos of them pushing over old dudes, but I know the one that you're talking about. The one who was trying to give them their fucking helmet
back. Blood.
Yeah.
And this is what Trump said. He tweeted this. He said, Buffalo protester showed by police could be an Antifa provocateur. 75-year-old Martin Gugino was pushed away after appearing to scan police communications. So this old man walked up. He ain't scanning nothing. He don't even know how to use any electronics. He's 75 years old. Okay. He said appearing to scan police communications in order to black out the equipment. Come on now. We probably forgot what direction he was going, let alone black out the equipment. Okay. It says, I watched. He fell harder than he was pushed. Was aiming for the scanner. Could be a setup. So basically he's trying to justify the reason why this guy hurt himself and trying to push the blame away from the cops and blame it on Antifa.
Okay, so I would encourage every single person that watches this to go look up what the police are doing and then go to Wikipedia and look up the definition of war crimes. And just read the definition and then go watch those videos and be like, did I just see what that page says is a war crime? And you'd be like, abso-fucking-lutely, 100%. I just saw war crimes committed by police on their own people for standing in a fucking street with signs. This is madness, dude. And people don't care, man. There are people that are taking the side of police, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. I mean, Jesus, Trump. What the fuck? And already, once again, B kills the Facebook. B posted that already in Georgia they're fucking up the votes.
If for some reason the votes aren't going in properly, the electronics aren't working, of course. Now you have the president who doesn't want us to vote by mail. He wants us to go wait in line to vote. And look what happened when we wait in line to vote. It's all screwed up. That's intentional.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I think we should definitely be voting by mail, because if we don't, this is going to happen. He's going to get reelected. Why is it that all the urban voting locations are given the problems? That's because most urban environments are not going to vote for his ass.
Why do you think that America's only one of the only countries where voting isn't a fucking national holiday, where everybody gets off work because every government realizes, hey, everybody needs to take off work to be able to go and speak their voice with their vote? No, you don't want people that have to work, because the people that have to work are the lower class, and they don't want those people voting. They don't want to give us a voice. They don't want us to have a voice. I'm getting real tin hat conspiracy theory on you guys, but that's just the reality of how the system's set up. It's just been set up so long that people just think it's fucking normal. That's the crazy thing.
What happens at these voting locations? You got to wait for an hour and a half to 3 hours to vote. That's the thing I hate the most. I don't want to wait in line for 3 hours to vote. Most of those people, when I used to wait in line to vote, most of those people were gone after an hour. They're like, I'm not going to wait any longer than this. I got to wait another 2 hours to vote. I'm going back home. Screw this.
Yeah.
Or people are like, I have to be at my job. I only had an hour, you know?
Or they were at their job the whole day and just got off, and now they're not going to wait for 3 hours to vote. They're like, I'm tired. I got to go feed my kids. I don't have time for this.
That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. I mean, hell, look who's working through COVID-19 right now. You know, a lot of the lower class people that have to work, you know, because buses are still running. All those fucking cats are still working. And I'm glad that COVID-19's back. For a little bit, it was gone. Do you remember that 2 weeks?
Is it back? Is it back?
Oh, it's definitely, it's still around.
I don't watch. I try not to watch the news anymore. I literally only watch the live streams of protests, and outside of that, I just can't bear to watch this shit anymore, man.
They said COVID cases and hospitalizations have increased in Texas. And basically, a lot of the states that open early, like Wisconsin, the numbers are starting to grow and go higher. Those are the locations that never really peaked at all. They just really had low numbers the whole time consistently. So now they're starting to grow. So we'll see what happens from that.
And with all these protests all over the country, I mean, you see this, there are millions of people around the country.
Those people got to go home.
At one point, there were protests in every single state, all 50 states. Every single state had a protest. Think about how many of those people, how many people you're around, how many just touching surfaces, touching handrails, millions. Like it's frightening when you think about how much we're going to see in an increase in numbers.
Yeah.
I know it was a good cause, but we totally forgot about COVID. Because, I mean, even going out, I saw people hugging each other. I saw people holding hands.
Shit. Yeah.
Holding hands and everything. It's just like, yeah, so we forgot about it. We had a moment. I mean, it was justifiable. It makes sense. But, yeah, we're going to see a spike soon.
There's something to be said about that, though. There's a connection there that we talked about it. If everybody hadn't been off work, this never would have turned into what it was.
No.
But you guys realize that's kind of the whole point of the work week and the 40-hour work week is to keep people's political voices silent, to keep them just fucking monotonous, working the day-to-day grind, the rat race bullshit. Because think about it. What do you do throughout the week? You get up, you go to work 9 to 5, go home, feed, like you said, feed the kids, do what the fuck ever, go to sleep, repeat that 5 days a week. You can't be doing that and expecting people to go out and protest like they are right now.
Oh, no. No.
Like I said, it's intentional. It's set up that way to silence people. And it honestly was the perfect storm. And unfortunately, it was good timing for it to happen.
Yeah.
Because it allowed millions of people to come out and be like, nah, man, we're not okay with this shit anymore. No,
yeah.
Speak. And there is change and there is progress. I don't feel like it's enough. And I feel like a lot of it is that corporate statement where they're like, oh yeah, we're going to put up a nice, great message, I play Call of Duty. They have a Black Lives Matter thing on the loading screen. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome that they're willing to put it out and that message is getting out there to everybody. And I hope that there are racists that want to play Call of Duty that are just like fucking seething, just so angry that it says that on their TV. I think that's fucking great. I love that. But at the same time, where is their money going? Who do they donate to? You know what I mean? These are the things that we need to start following. People need to start speaking with their wallets. I'm going to fuck it up. I don't remember which was which. So, people do your research. But between Home Depot and Lowe's, I'm pretty sure it's Lowe's. One of the owners donated to Trump. And the other one is the complete opposite. And it's like people need to be educated about that shit. Stop supporting businesses. Speak with your wallets. Money in this society speaks way louder than anything else. Else. You want proof of that? Look how fucking fast they shut down Santa Monica and Beverly Hills as soon as those fucking those looters hit that part of town. They shut that shit down in boom like that because they were fucking around with money. Yeah, it was money. That's what it was. It wasn't the looters and the protests. We were getting riots downtown. They didn't fucking put a 1 p.m. curfew downtown. They didn't do that. They didn't put a 1 p.m. curfew here. They put it where all the money was. People need to be educated. Listen, read, look where these companies, who they're owned by, and where that money goes, and speak with your wallet.
Jesus Christ, man! We need to put a fire ring around you because you're on fire today. You're doing you and B are dropping bombs. I love it. I can just sit back, relax, and listen to gems being dropped. Well, we talked about that. I guess we just got to get into some dumb shit now. We were serious. It's uncivilized with the intellects, but now it's just time to be fucking stupid.
We can only do that for so long. I
mean, I can only do it for so long. But, once again, bars are opening. And I know a lot of people are going to be getting drunk, dog.
Definitely. I'm pretty sure.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the bars are open, man. In Vegas, they already opened that fucking old girl up. And they didn't give a fuck about anything. And the NBA starting back up. We definitely got to get into that.
Hey.
B, what are they doing with that? Is it 22 teams? Is it 16 teams? Because the three of us are going to have to go to a bar.
I haven't dug too much deeper into it as of yet. So, I haven't really looked. I haven't dug too much deeper into that yet.
I know that Kevin Durant is not going to play.
No.
But if he did play this year, this would be the time to do it because you might be able to sneak away with a little something.
His little tiny ass leg needs some healing, man. That little tiny leg.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
They said that he has rehabbed now 400 days. It's been that long.
Has it really?
It's been that long. God, I was in sports talk all day. It's been that long. Kyrie's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, every team's going to come in with a little bit of a lag because they ain't played in a while. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's starting up July the, 31st. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to bleed a little bit in the football, which is going to be extremely interesting now. I think they're talking about Kaepernick even going to like, there are teams that are like now like, all right.
Don't believe the hype.
Let's bring him back.
Believe the hype.
Believe it when it happens.
Yeah,
Everybody talks about it, and it makes everybody feel all warm and squishy.
Like, bring him back.
Huh?
Nah.
What if he came back and it was like throwing shit into the stands? I'm like, come on. What about if I forgot how to play? I'm like, Kevin, what you doing?
They put this man through a whole combine. They made him. All the teams came to see him, and nothing happened. What make you think that it's gonna happen now?
Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. They're looking. If he was to play, I would literally take the three of us to that Buffalo Wild Wings, and it would just be a wing festival.
No.
We'd be eating the wings and throwing the bones in the air. Like, it would just be unbelievable if he was to play.
I'll tell you exactly why there's going to be a team that's going to draft him, because they're going to do it right now, and it's going to make them look like they are the most like social justice warrior, racially sensitive. We support fucking black people. Like, we love the cause, whatever bullshit you want to fucking believe. And they're going to be the ones that get to say it. I mean, it's a, like,
it's done.
All politics aside, not speaking my opinion about it, business wise, PR wise, it's fucking done. Brilliant thing to do. It's a brilliant thing to do.
It's done. It's
brilliant.
Done.
Sign him on, pay him millions, pay him several million, start printing his face on your merchandise with your team logo, with Black Lives Matter or him fucking kneeling or whatever it is, and just
they're not going to do that.
Millions of dollars roll in. You think they're not? Watch. You think they're not?
Did you see Trump enraged when Goodell came back and was like, we were wrong about the kneeling. Trump said, what? He was like, did you just apologize to them? Are you out of your mind? Like, he already raged on Goodell for even apologizing. So yeah, that's not gonna happen.
He doesn't have shit to do with the NFL.
No,
Trump with his baby hands and his little baby dick can get as mad as he wants. He doesn't have any control over that. He thinks he does. That's how stupid he is. He thinks he has control over Twitter too. When they started putting that fact check shit on him, like he's gonna yell and be like, "We'll shut Twitter down."
He gonna bring every single one of them owners. He gonna bring every single one of them owners into the White House. He's gonna give them a whole McDonald's buffet and be like, "Look,
yes."
Hey, look, grab your chicken McNuggets box and let's sit down and talk about how you are not going to pick up Kaepernick.
Listen, just imagine that actually happening. Trump sitting in a room with very successful, very real, actual billionaires.
Yeah.
And this fucking fake fraud con man fucking fucked up business bullshit ass Cheeto looking motherfucker trying to lecture them on what they're going to do. No fucking way. Every single one of them would laugh at his ass and be like, I'm sorry. What'd you say? We couldn't hear you over all of our successful businesses. What was that?
Those successful businesses are donating to Trump, man. They're giving him money. Watch. I promise you right now, man, they are believers.
I gotta lean towards I mean, Zach, just spitting. I mean, you two are just fucking fire. You're fired. This is probably, if you're with the Uncivilized, this has to be you two's best episode. I mean, just fire. I mean, good God. I'm like sweating. My feet are sweating. My balls and my dick are just dripped in urine and sweat. It's like a mess. You niggas on fire. Zach, I gotta lean towards you, player. That's a white ass thing to do. Be like, you know what? Bring that nigga in there. Get that Kaepernick in there.
And then not even play him. And then not even fucking play him.
They could have done that already, though.
They could have done it. You know, on the back of our jersey.
But what PR do you get from that? If anything, they wouldn't have gotten PR. They would have gotten flamed just the same as Kaepernick did. Now, that shows you the fucking hypocrisy. That now, just because of the shift in society's like lens, just where the fucking camera angle is pointed, it's the hot topic. It's the thing to do. I mark my fucking words. They're going to be chomping at the bit. They're going to be fighting for fucking Kaepernick right now.
You can put BLM on the jerseys, on the jersey right there. Nike's going to do it.
I'm telling you. Millions, just printing money, whatever.
Because you know the difference. You know the difference now. White people will buy those jerseys. White people. I saw white people with Kaepernick jerseys on in the pro. I was like, God damn, is this really happening? Y'all motherfuckers was hating. Now you're wearing a jersey. I mean, Zach,
I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, Brian, of course, Brian's got to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
You know, Zach, you are the lighter of us, and I am listening to your white voice right now. Yeah, I'm like, shit. You know how white people think, so you're like, shit, I know my white people, and white people are going to exploit this fucking.
Absolutely.
They're going to make money off of this. I believe it.
Guaranteed.
I mean, shit. You know, as long as he can come back and throw some balls, as long as a nigga can play, don't come back and not be able to motherfucking play. Then it just be like a goddamn disaster. I know he can play because he's still young. He's not even fucking old. You know,
how old is when he was there? He'll be fine, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I don't think they're gonna hop on it like that, man. But we'll see.
I
hope so.
It's a matter of timing. Like everything right now, man, it comes down to being a matter of timing. If they're going to do it, they need to do it right now while there's still protests happening in the streets, while it's still what everybody's talking about, while it's in the news. They can't wait because people are so stupid. In 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about some other dumb shit. COVID's already fucking gone. These all this fucking civil unrest and fucking people caring about black people. We got about 2 weeks out of that. It's already fucking fading. The protest numbers are lower. The news is stopping to report it. Do you know what I mean? You give everything 2 weeks, tops. So if they're going to do it, they need to do it now.
Okay. Or they could have done it a week ago, right?
True. I've been saying that. That's what I said last week. Right? Hey, I said that last week when Pete Carroll came out with that bullshit and was like, we owe fucking Colin Kaepernick an apology. It was like, you don't owe him an apology. You owe him a fucking job. There's a difference there.
I mean, what are they going to do? Wait till opening day to draft? To pick him up? I feel like if they're going to do it, right now is the time, like you said, and they haven't done it yet. I'm going to tell you who's going to get fucked up, though. Who really fucked up is Drew Brees.
Oh my God!
He had a good backpedal. He came back with a decent statement that I think maybe mellowed people out a little bit towards him because I saw the backlash kind of mellow out.
Yeah, because his teammates were like,
but it was still a stupid fucking thing to say, especially playing in fucking New Orleans of all places.
Which is black as fuck.
Yeah, I was like,
his entire O-line, they're going to be like, "Hut," and then they just going to park like the Red Sea. This one going to get his neck broke.
Hey, one of the biggest mysteries to me is explain to me why black athletes knowingly play for these teams owned and supported by racists. Do you realize that could be one of the biggest movements in the entire world if every black athlete in the NBA and the NFL was like, you know what? Fuck all you racist, corny-ass motherfuckers. We're not going to play for any of you guys. I mean, that's them, forfeiting their wallet and their payday, but you want to talk about shit really bringing attention to it? Like, I've never understood that. Plus, I've never understood the idiocy of racists, like guys that live down in like Louisiana that just like hate black people and are white supremacists. But then it comes to LSU and they're like, it's my fucking team, man. That's my team. Or the Saints. And it's like, how does this work? And what kind of mental gymnastics are you pulling right now to make this work? I don't know, man. I feel
they don't see them as the same.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's like Saquon Barkley. That's yada yada. He's not like the others.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they compartmentalize their racism.
Exactly. Pick and choose. They pick and choose who they want when they want. Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy told me. What'd you say, buddy?
They don't like his ass either.
I can tell you a story about being from the South, in Louisiana. Buddy of mine told me about his grandfather, who was like, would tell racist jokes, all this kind of shit. But then would go fishing with a black guy every day. Yep. And it was like his best buddy. Hired a bunch of black people in his store. But then around the dinner table telling him, so it was almost like a confusion. Because he hired them. If somebody got sick, he went to the house, checked on them, but then would tell nigger jokes. They're like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it
see, this is. But see, this is that last step that I feel like is what needs to happen with society, is that casual racism bullshit that used to happen where people think like, well, I don't like openly fucking hate black people and like say racial slurs when I see a black guy at the bank. Like, I just leave him alone. I'm not racist. But then go home and say jokes like that shit, that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's what people aren't going to be okay with anymore. There's none of it that's letting slide.
No.
The quote that I keep seeing thrown around is, if you're not outspoken, it's not enough to just be silent about racism. You have to be actively anti-racism. You have to fight it. You have to snuff it out. You have to shut it the fuck up. You know what I mean? Punch these people in their fucking heads.
Yeah.
And yes, I do encourage punching fucking racists, for the record. The Uncivilized Intellects encourage punching fucking racists and Nazis. Please, and also send us clips because I take great joy in watching racists and Nazis get punched in the fucking face.
Yeah. Yeah, you're with the Uncivilized now. We just got hot takes going on. I mean, that's just, I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. This is just a whirlwind that's happening. And you're absolutely right. We got to just punch people in the goddamn face. Just run out in the street hitting people in the goddamn face. But yeah, the Kaepernick thing between you two, I think that's a great bet because I see Brian's point, but I also see your point on the money side. And, but we'll see when that happens. Unbelievable show today, guys. Yeah. Great show. Great talk, great stuff, just gems. Both of you were on fire today. Literally on fire.
Good times.
Yeah, very good times. It's Uncivilized Intellects, everybody. I'm Moo.
Brian.
Zach.
We're out of here. Stay safe. Go punch a racist in the face. That's Please, what Zach said.
Send me a clip of it.
That's what the white guy said. The white guy's tough. we got a tough white guy on that show. Peace.
Adios, guys.